Taking out Rocco is going to be Angela putting in the work. Another spear actually diving in there. This is exactly what I've wanted to see. Aggression in the skies coming through. That's going to be coming through when you got Foxes and a Valkyrie in the skies. But at the same time, big picks from WAP taking out John Vec there. Big power from the Magneto. The binary blades are swinging from both of them. And now melee on melee action. But Rocco's face shifting on the Starlord, and he's going to be going and chasing the other Starlord, taking out Daxu right there, getting value. Vulcan Red are close to capturing, but it turns out Kanga's got the numbers.
Leans the way of Kanga Esports. Vulcan Red is so close to capturing it. They were sitting at 80 or 90% of the capture percentage, but they weren't able to get it over at the end. But now out comes the Psionic Seduction from Texi as well as the Eternal Bond from Solman. Kanga Esports are using this opportunity to try and keep control of the capture point. Texi able to get one, but John Beck getting traded out. Now Rocco with the Galactic Legend is doing so much damage from the skies. Foxy did use Rage of Ultra to try and keep the team alive, but Kanga Esports are in control and they're already heading towards 35%.
Trying to get value, but Kanga are just hiding in corridors where nobody can sustain it. Take them out. John Beck in the pick onto Valkyrie. That's going to be a big value. Proxies in return takes out Texi. That's 1-to-1 down on each side, but the extermination begins from another Ultron in the sky from Jean Vec getting enraged. But the pressure is still on, but it's not enough for Vulcan Red to activate and take point contention back.
They're doing so much damage though onto Kanga Esports. Rocco, Chronix, they both have fallen, and Vulcan Red is sitting at 90%. They finally capped the point with the Rage of Ultron just coming online. So things could lean the way of Kanga Esports if they're able to utilize these ultimates correctly, juggle them, and make sure that they have useful ultimates available first. So the start is going to be the Rage of Ultron, but John Beck gets taken out immediately by Tinny Valkyrie. Wow, was taking out Solomon too, who was not able to get any ultimate charge yet. So Chronix now steps up with the fate of both worlds.
Fate of both worlds going to give Chronix sustain to the rest of the Kanga squad right there. We're going to feed Magneto as the meteor charges up. Oh, barely does enough to take it out. The Ultron there, but they survive, and Tinny Valkyrie's going to keep it going, taking on Isaac, and Texi falls over time. It's got to favor Vulcan Red, who did switch the script here. Percentage is going up, and Vulcan Red do take the first round. Excellent performance on Hell's Heaven, taking that, obviously, you know, Super Soldier factory for themselves.
Ultimates-wise, Vulcan Red has the Hell's Heaven available. Tinny Valkyrie does spear someone, and out comes the Heaven Bolt, followed up with the Rage of Ultron. Do so much damage as Chronix does fall. Vulcan Red captures the point, giving themselves some early advantage here. They do lose Citrus though in the meantime in this fight here. Kanga Esports also have more ultimates now available. They're going to use Solomon with the Eternal Bond to try and touch and potentially turn things over to their favor.
Oh, there it is, the favor switch as 1, 2, 3 of Vulcan are taken down. It's going to be the entirety of Vulcan's pressure being nullified by Kanga Esports, who did drop the...
Vulcan's down early, but so is Daxter, who was going legendary, completely shut down now. Proxy's also shut down. John Beck doing so much damage, does also have the Rage of Ultron available if he wants to do even more. But Tinny Valkyrie is trying to disrupt him in the skies, has to get back into safety, regroup with the team. Kanga Esports sitting at 40% and counting. They do have a whale available. John Beck also Rage of Ultron, I mentioned earlier. But there's still a couple more ultimates though that are sitting at 70-80%. So this next fight is going to go quite explosively. Starting out with a Rage of Ultron from John Beck, who gets taken down by Tinny Valkyrie immediately. So Chronix with favorable blows keeps the team alive and sustained. And so Meteor coming up, and Wab doesn't land actually. So Kanga Esports are able to stay sustained. They're close to 60-70% and counting. But wait, Tinny Valkyrie with a double steal.
Absolutely insane. I think Vulcan Red are confident they can win this next fight. They have 4 ultimates ready for this next fight, potentially a 5th on the Maya at the same time. Kanga Esports will have more as well. There's going to be Magneto. Texi definitely going to have the Meteor, but at the same time, Isaac will be going in rage more than ever. Bring out the Muscle Hole, start slapping, start thunderclapping, seeing if they can get value as they're juggling. Lick out of here and taking out the Sim Storm. Sustained down for Vulcan Red. Legendary in the sky from Daxu, holding it down, shredding forward, trying to get the value. Does take out Texi. That's going to be one more. That's going to be a second double KO for Daxu. And they're going to be focusing down on the Hulk right now. And that's going to be massive value for Vulcan Red, tying up the percentage. This last fight could potentially be the last one on the map.
It could be the last one on the map. As you mentioned, Vulcan Red sitting at 85%. The Liquid has taken down Solomon. Now comes the Channel Blonde coming up on Bridget to keep the team alive even longer. John Beck also with some Rage Revolt on everything is being used right now by both teams. Vulcan Red only need one fight to claim this first map. Proxy takes another, and there's a double KO for Proxy. Vulcan Red win. Captures Hell Heaven.
Oh, they do indeed. They tie it up and lock it down at the Eldritch Monument and take the map in its entirety. Stellar performance from Vulcan Red right there. It was a tough one, I will say. Kanga Esports had some promise and potential early on, but right now, they don't have an answer to the Valkyrie. Tini Valkyrie putting in the work on Angela. A well-deserved MVP. Those speeds were so lethal. Didn't even need to be off the map. Canceling Rage of Ultron? So just ultimates are gonna be key to defending this point here for Kanga. See if they can make it happen physically. This is gonna be potentially online for. Oh, there it is. Texie goes for it. A bit of a crunch. Everybody's going in. I see a Jeff ultimate. It's gonna land. It's gonna be scooping anyone. They said it's gonna be a retreat from Citrus, not committing to the full Jeff ultimate. But the team's there. They got ultimates online. They're gonna get value if they need. Boundaries dropping in from Lick. Wav's charging up the meteor. Crashes down. Does a bit of damage, but it's not enough. Valkyrie also hits the recrunch. And the Venn diagram is on our screen from Lick and Solman's invisible boundaries right there. Solman's is the one last thing right there. Gives us the stand to Kanga, even though Vulcan Red had an advantage. Three of them are down. As Kanga are holding defense. They do survive. But there it is. Oh, both Gatsu and Rocco hit the legendary galactic moment on each other, but it looks like Rocco's going to be the one to hit the stars and gets another taking out Citrus. But just when you think it's over, Vulcan Red hit the massive counter battle there. Proxy's bringing back 3 of the squad. They're going to hold it down. They're going to keep fighting. Citrus hits the C and D. It's the sort of bond happening right now. Holding it down, keeping the shrouds in pride. John Beck's going to resurge, bring the team up as well. Isaac's got the meteor. It's winding on up. It goes. It doesn't land, but it does a bit of damage. They're going to be cruising. That's right. They're going to be hitting that strangling prison right there, collecting them all up, grouping them up. Blind flies out from Citrus. It is quite effective, and it does help them take down Isaac. Rocco's taken down as well. Vulcan Red are bringing the fire back. They're able to capture quite a bit more here, but a final chance from Texie comes in with the Abyss, and I believe John Beck's there to back him up. I think Vulcan Red are having a tough time securing it. Kanga's still fighting.
Kanga is still fighting, but the grid balls are doing so much damage from Tini Valkyrie, able to deny the kills and deny them from walking out from the door, but still, Soman does reach it, brings out the invisible boundary. The portal comes out from Web. Last chance, hope-ditch effort from Vulcan Red. But out of the legendary back as well, able to take down Rocco once more, of course, as Reach brings out the strangling prism, takes down Isaac with the revive coming out from Proxies as well. It's going to be big for Vulcan Red as the overtime is still going on between these two teams. John Beck comes back with the Soul Resurgence, and Proxies tries to keep the team alive with a revive from Revive Ultimate. John Beck falls from Kanga Esports. Bob is on it. Sorry, Kanga Esports, I'm not sure if they've been using the portal yet too, but this overtime is still going on as Lick takes down Rocco. Now comes the Eternal Bond from Vulcan Red, and with this, it may be it. Nakamoto is huge, and the Vulcan Red finally.
Teams regrouping now. Very intense start to the bout, but the good news is 2 minutes have been added to the time bank of Vulcan Red. For themselves, they are cheering, but I think Kang is actually in a bit of a winner's potential position right here, because 2 minutes to go through this section of Jalia. Ooh, better teams haven't been able to do it. Let's see if they can pull it off here. Setting up those Storm/Walls is going to be Tini Valkyrie holding it down on the group right there. Trying to lock him in. Isaac taking a bit of damage. Texie tries to just nullify that pressure in the back. Big crunch! Obvious taking out Lick and Citrus. Cleaned up by Rocco there. Solman's picked up as well by Wav, but that's another 2 picks. Wav and Tini are down. That's going to stop the VR Vulcan Red push for now. As Kanga did utilize, that is probably what's about to happen. Everybody's coming online. Everybody's got their ultimates ready. Texie and Wav will have it in just a moment. And we're going to start it off with the fate of actually the Resurgence coming out from John Vic. The Mantis Lick's going to match it with the Boundary. Tini Valkyrie hits there, strangling prison, scooping them all on up. And Song Inferno crashes down. It's going to give Tini Valkyrie the juice to take out John Vic. There's a meteor flying. It's not enough, but Rocco gets the big taken out. Daxu once again. The Galactic Legend advantage goes to Rocco. Texie takes out Lick. That's 3 down for Vulcan Red. Advantage to Kanga right here. All they got to do is hit that Sonic and survive it. Pouring in from Web. Valkyrie, that's it. That was going to be quick, taking out Solomon. Rocco in the back actually returns if they were taking out Citrus. That's going to be value right now for Kanga. They're going to be phase shifting. Rocco's making it happen. And there is going to be more pressure as the final stand is from WAV. I do believe Proxies is there to try to make some shots happen. Kanga going to play it safe in this fight. It's going to give Vulcan Red some time to regroup. The fight isn't over yet.
Fight isn't over yet. Overtime isn't over yet. Vulcan Red are pushing forward. No ultimates across the entire board, but Rocco is in the sky. He's able to take down Proxies, going in for the backline, finds the lick, finds the strategist, tries to duck and weave and do more damage, but then he's going to be forced back as Vulcan Red goes to the rescue of the strategist to keep them alive, of course, and keep the team sustained and in the game. In the meantime, the Web has taken down Isaac. He's one of the vanguards for Kanga Esports, which does mean that Texi also falls. I think maybe we'll be able to get revived by someone. The RP Beacon, legendary in the skies, is going to be Rocco. We've seen him do good things with this before, but now comes also the invisible boundaries from Vulcan Red to keep the team sustained, keep the team alive, and keep the team pushing.
They are trying to push, but Texi's stalling very well on the Venom. I believe it was a big pick from Citrus there, absolutely munching. Throw in! Chronix out of the map right there. Isaac takes out Daxu. Texi falls to WAV. That's the pressure. I think Vulcan Red might have a chance to do with this and add some more time to their bank. Looks like Kanga's on the back foot. The Magneto Meteor's flying and it then packs in the air. It doesn't get the value, but a portal is up. The portal is there. Sustained more than ever. They still have a chance, but it's moving through the portal. It's 2 meters, 1 meter. Does Kanga keep contesting it?
They're able to body block the portal, but for how long? And showtime is coming out from Chronix. Kanga Esports, they're able to touch. They're able to keep the team sustained. John Beck takes down Citrus. Daxu goes legendary, but it's going to be enough after they've lost 2 members. It is 3 members of Kanga fall. They get knocked out, they get sent back to spawn, and with no Doctor Strange portal left for them to retouch again, Vulcan Red has slowly eliminated Kanga Esports one by one. With only 1 meter left, they get it over the edge. Want to go in for the strategist, has to be careful though. There's a bit of damage, but the part is still moving. Out comes Soul Search from John Beck, and in turn with the Eternal Bond. The fight is still going forward, and it's about to hit overtime like at 10 seconds until overtime starts.
10 seconds indeed right there. Going legendary, making it happen. Let's see if Starlord can get the value. Dex is actually going to be shred right there. Trying to get it forward, trying to show through Texi's sustain, but the sustain from the Venom is just absolutely lethal. It's a big Jeff scoop. Is it going to be valid? That's insane from Citrus right there.
As the invisible boundary keeps everyone alive and sustained. Panic reduction does keep the Kanga Esports distracted for a bit as they all get eliminated. Quite a few members of Kanga Esports. 4.5 meters left. Vulcan Red is so close to getting it. Texi though will be able to take down Citrus. Beast of the Abyss going crazy on both sides of the team. But this is a long drawn-out fight with a triple, with so many kills coming out from both of these teams. Daxu does have legendary available. Let's see how it goes.
It looks like it's going in favor for VR right now, but they do have Daxu ulting. Texi, however, is just unable to be cleared off the point. He's stalling and contesting as much as possible. Vulcan Red, almost got it. Texi was a bit too far. Texi returns in time, 1.3 meters. You can't do that again. You cannot leave the point. They need to focus the Venom down. They need to shut down who is stalling it out right now. Valkyrie takes the Solomon. Chronix falls as well. Texi gets through. That's another one. That's 0.91 meters. Do they make it forward? Do Vulcan Red push it to the end right there? And the 9 meters are left. And there it is. They do push it through into overtime, into overtime on all 3 sections of Jalia. They pushed it to the end with absolute.
Who has the most best synergy on the team? Does Vulcan Red have the better synergy, or does Kanga Esports? Who's going to be able to get the side? It's going to be Solomon and Rocco that are able to take down Proxies and Lick. The defenders of Vulcan Red have lost 2 members already, and now though WAV those steps up, takes down Rocco. Still things haven't gone south just yet for Vulcan Red, but Chronix takes down Team Valkyrie and give themselves more advantage. 1 tick achieved, and they're looking to take the entire point.
Absolutely looking to take as much value as they can. Daxu phase shift, it does take out Solomon right there. Big value, gone for the health pack, regrouping as best as they can, but the portal is there. Question is in fact on the Maya right there. League taking out Texi, taking out Daxu, making it happen. Where please Isaac, that's going to be more and more potential for them to hold the defensive status, but Kind of push in the back here, but Kanga's kind of big here. But kind of confident they can push on in. They're going to pop Resurgence from John Beck actually to do it. In turn, Wav's going to throw the Sonic right in their face to counter, but is it going to be enough value for them as Rocco's going for the Collector Legend presence? But I see it, I hear it, it's Jeff time. Citrus might go in for another...
2 ultimates, you're completely right. They were to get one more tick for Vulcan Red. Still holding down strong. Out comes the portal coming out from Kanga Esports though. They're going to get the high ground. It's going to be massive though positioning-wise, but are they able to capitalize this high ground to be able to get that final tick that they definitely need? Kanga Esports have 1 ultimate available, but 2 are on the horizon. Vulcan Red, they'll have 4 right now in hand to use if they want to. Here on the defensive, Lick getting dangerous low, will be able to survive though with all the help from the strategist. It's going to be fantastic as Legendary though comes out from Daxu, and Rocco takes on Citrus.
I gotta say, these Meteors are just shy of enough to get the impact they need. You gotta take in more damage. Teams are just not building them up as much as they used to. But what is being built up more than it's used to is Rad with the Sonic right there, scooping them up, taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for
the depths of Talia. That sounds very scary, but I mean, that is exactly what it is. Ivagamiro coming out, takes down 2 members. Lick going absolutely crazy with the double KO, but Taxi, Rocco, they're still in it. Ivagamiro being used, does get cancelled out, shielded by Taxi, and so shielded by Lick, and then eliminated. Taxi back in spawn. I also thought the Galactic Legend could have gone really well for Rocco. They were able to get 1, but it wasn't enough. Now with zero ultimates from Kanga Esports, except for John Beck, things could get very dire in his last 10 seconds.
The store on the dive Vanguard, Captain America and Venom, but at the same time, Wav is refusing to let that Captain America not take damage as they're diving in, but Citrus is going to be scooping them up right now, trying to get the pick right there. They're going to be going for only miss. Instead, they're going to go for a retreat right there. Play it safe, play it smart. Rocco space shifting, putting a big damage, diving on into the back line, getting value, taking out Timmy Bjork right there. But Proxies is low, but Proxies is healed up by Citrus splashing away. And there it is in the skies. This time it's Daxu with the massive Galactic Legend right there, taking out John Beck. Rocco falls. Lick the Strangers down. Overtime's ticking off. Solomon's still stolen. Isaac's there as well. Do Vulcan Red have what it takes to hold. Another Psionic from Wav is pouring in.
It might be difficult for Kanga Esports at this point. They're losing members left and right, but they do get taken down at Proxies. Showtime coming out from Clinical may be able to turn things around for themselves, but barely being able to stay alive. They're just doing insane healing. And they're coming out now with, I believe, the portal from Vulcan Red. That's over Ivagamiro. Out comes the other portal from Rocco this time, able to bring the team members back. As now comes, out comes another, it's Jeff from Citrus this time. They're going in for the spawn. They're trying to get members of the spawn, not able to find anyone though. They're able to show for just a little bit, and it is enough for Vulcan Red to claim the second game.
The stall was insane, but the utilization of its Jeff time to absolutely scare the opposing team. It's going back into the portal. Saw enough of a split-second window for the overtime to tick down and out as they tried to drop through the Jeff hole. But gotta give MVP to Wav. Building Psionic Seduction twice in one fight. Just at the end there, it was insane. And also the presence they had throughout. Stella. Alrighty. Here we go. You know what though? I see a lack of Moonlight. Better teams have played Moonlight in this match. But enough about me and my opinions about the Moon. Let's talk about who's really holding it down and going forward right there. Chroni's taking out Wav and pivoting a few seconds, 10 seconds out the door. Wav's already down. And Magneto is out. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. They're going to have so much more firepower potential here now that a defensive position is down. But they're going to bring them back in the fight. They're going to be regrouping quickly. Rocco's on the skies, bringing out the Storm. Storm is going to be there to match something big. But Kanga is actually in a really good position here with John Beck on the Punisher. It's going to be that his scan presence they need to be able to handle Proxies and Dex in the sky. And you know what? I take it back. I think Dex is just going to handle it on the group. The Tree Trunks are flying so sky high right now. I can't believe it.
They are technically doing so much damage as a group. But so is John Beck able to take down Tini Valkyrie, the defenders of Vulcan Red. They're getting pushed back quite aggressively from Kanga Esports. No ultimates available just yet, but Solman already sitting at 75%. We might be able to see some strategist ultimates coming up soon from Kanga Esports. But Vulcan Red, they're going to have to group up together too, because the vehicle is making quite a good progress. Rocco able to take on Daxu though. That's make that quite difficult as Vulcan Red now sitting at a 5v6.
Sitting at what could potentially be a big Jeff time if we're going to get a big scoop coming up from Solomon. Is there going to be enough for them right there? Proxy's hitting the rage of Ultron. Finny Valkyrie taking out John Wick. Big Valley going in. Chronic's taken down. Proxy's taken down and return at the same time. The Meteor M is charging and it flies and doesn't get the buddy they need. Wab's taken down as well. Isaac takes out Wab in return. Finny Valkyrie punches Dixie out of here. Big Valley coming through, but their Mega Hurricane will crash down right there onto the point of contention, bringing them down, winding on through, and Rocco's taken down by Citrus. The Hurricane has been quelled.
So 1 minute 50 and counting, of course, but it's such a lot of time to work with, and they only need to travel just a few meters for ultimates as well. First, it's going to be Psionic Seduction, going to be Mad by plus Citrus to the fate of both worlds, but that's 3 ultimates from Kanga Esports, make that 4. Reed massively able to get 3 members. But so Finny Valkyrie with the Freedom Charge trying to keep the team alive and sustained and focused and heading forwards into Kanga Esports. John Beck gets once taken out in that fight, but Kanga Esports are forced back further and further as Daxu takes control of the skies. Down, Daxu, and going for more, of course. Kanga Esports are making their way closer and closer to the end. Out, but are they, sorry, close there. I've got a bit lost there, Solomon. Able to have is Jeff ultimate coming up soon, but is there going to be enough for them to be able to keep pushing forward? They are pushing forward, but it's going to be quite hard for them. 20 seconds left on the clock. Going to give it a use. It's Jeff ultimate, but Proxy takes down Rocco in the meantime. Is it going to be enough for them to be able to take down multiple nodes? Not as Finny Valkyrie takes down Solomon. Daxu takes down John Beck as well. This final 5 seconds go the way of Vulcan Red. Daxu raining so much supernova in the sky. Damage goes everywhere. But Chronic stays alive with the fate of both worlds.
Literally fire, tornadoes, the pyro power. It's just surrounding the spider right there. They don't have the chance to make it, but the Agamotto's going in, and a Meteor is cancelled. But with the Eldritch Whip right there, taking Magneto downtown right there. Big strangling prison coming through from Dexy, Finny Valkyrie, Jason Solomon. That's timing down and out. What an insane defense from Vulcan Red. What a strong start for them right here on Spider Islands.
They are using Moon Knight for this first fight here. We can see the damage coming out from Moon Knight could be pretty big here, especially if Wab with the kidnap able to take down Rocco immediately. Absolutely amazing play coming out from Vulcan Red. They're switching things up a little bit. Play triple duelist as well. So much firepower. Finny Valkyrie being a solo Vanguard, and it's working. Look at the damage coming out from Wab. Yes, Texas does get revived, but of course, is this going to be enough? Rocco has to switch over to, this time triple. Rocco on the Angela. Throwing the Angela into Finny Valkyrie's faces. They have got a ban for themselves, but being able to shut down John Beck immediately makes things a bit more difficult. There might even be a fight. Can anyone take an Esports touch? They're trying. They just barely touched just in time. As out comes rather than Goddess and Daxu. They're going in. The backline comes through so much damage. Brad takes down Solomon in the meantime. Valkyrie takes Texi. Isaac falls to Kanga Esports. Have so little members up. 3 only. So out comes the Amplifier. He's going to get shut down immediately. Vulcan Red 3 meters away. They're going for a last stand or final stand, and they do it. They achieve it. They get it over the edge. Vulcan Red win 3-0 in this series, and they are making their way to verse Ground Zero tomorrow.
Ooh, and that's right, they're going to verse them in the lower bracket finals. How exciting is that for Vulcan Red, knowing that this was honestly one of the times that we finally witnessed a bit of a switch of the script here. Vulcan Red didn't do too well against Kanga last time, but they hit the books, they hit the board reviews.